Welcome back to the Ringgit My Way podcast. I am Bryan.
Hey guys, my name is Emir. I have been a full-time content creator in the personal finance space, and more recently, I'm a full-time trader as well. So last year, I came off one of the best years I've had career-wise, and it was also my first full year as someone who was self-employed. So early this year, I decided to buy a watch. It was definitely the most expensive thing I bought, and there was a lot of emotions behind that.
Is a watch something that's that means a lot to you?
Yeah, it is. It's actually right here. Yeah. Yeah, so it does mean a lot to me for sure. Because like I said, it was off a very good year for me. So I just wanted something to celebrate and something that I could hold on to for a long time, hopefully, and just remind me of where I came from or where I started.
Do you regret buying it by any chance?
I wouldn't say. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. It's only been 7 months, but so far, no regrets.
Me, I don't spend a lot of money on stuff. I think the most expensive things I've ever spent on myself is self-education. So I like to, go travel to US and attend conference and stuff.
I think it's very easy to fall into this trap, right? Especially when you go off like a difficult project, or something that takes a lot of your time, a lot of effort. You really feel like an easy way to blow off steam or an easy way to so-called reward yourself is to just buy something, right? Retail therapy, like you were saying. But I do that a lot though. I think I deserve a bit too much.
How do you justify that you deserve to buy this?
I can't. Honestly, most of the times I realize that I'm probably kidding myself, or I'm lying to myself, telling me that I need to buy something. But there's so many things that you could just do for free instead, right? But I just decide to buy things because it gives us a quick hit of dopamine, right?
I do see a scenario where, a lot of young people, they work super hard and they don't reward themselves enough along the way. So by the time they make certain money, they spend like taking a revenge. It's like a revenge not on the hustle, but a revenge on the younger self. Right? It's like when I was younger, I don't get to spend that much money. Now I have this, I just want to do it and get back my time, this and that. I think that mindset applies to a lot of youngsters nowadays. Do you have any inputs on this?
I think so as well. I think a lot of people, especially if they grew up maybe a bit less privileged, right? They didn't get to spend that money. It was also for me. So when I started out with my first job, I got a 4,000 ringgit salary, which to me back then, right after uni, that was huge, right? That was 6 years back. Yeah, so, all the years of slugging through university, penny pinching and stuff, when I finally got to that level, I thought, like, this is me balling, this is me going to spend. But of course, it's not the right thing to do. To me, it's the intention behind taking on the debt or the loan. So I would say things like education loans, PTPTN, can be considered good debt, right? Because we're taking out the money to better ourselves. Things like housing loans, good as well. What I would consider bad, this just from a personal point of view, are, for example, taking out personal loans to go on holiday. Like I said, if you can't afford it, then taking on a loan to go on a nice holiday, you probably can't afford it.
I think good debt should serve you. Bad debt is just killing you. So if the thing serves you and actually make you more money, I think that's good debt. I have something really special for you guys. Credit cards is the topic that we're talking about. Well, for all the Alliance Bank Visa credit card holders, you can enjoy 0% flexi plans, up to 36 months of installment with 0% interest.
Yeah.
Or you can find out more at the nearest Alliance Bank. Buy now, pay later.
Yeah, really hot these days, for sure. I think that is just a tool, right? It's how you use it. If you use it well, it can be good. If you don't use it well, it can be bad. But I have seen the bad side of BNPL. I've noticed how you can really spiral out of control by buying things and then splitting it over 3 months, over 6 months into smaller payments. It makes purchasing so much easier.
What are things that you think, the audience can do better when it comes to making financial decisions using BNPL?
I think, like you said, one, only buy things that you can afford to pay with cash or that you can afford in the future. One thing that I actually do is I tend to pay off my bills earlier. So every week, you go to your credit card, you go to your BNPL, check how much you owe, and then pay that off. So that at least whatever you spend on a weekly basis, that money is leaving your wallet. Yeah, I think that's one tip that I've told some of my friends, and it actually helps them out.
Let's talk a little bit about impulsive decision.
Social media is making it a lot easier for us to impulse buy. User-generated content, videos and stuff, right?
Impulsive decision ties very, very heavily to emotions, right? How do you manage or even handle that emotional moment when you just feel like you want to buy that so bad?
One thing I do is, whenever I get these impulse decisions to buy something, I tend to just leave it in the cart for a while. I just leave it in the cart and I say, okay, if I still want this in 2 days' time, right? If it's a cheap item, or if it's an expensive item, I'll say, if I still want this in a week's time, then I'll buy it. I won't. And a lot of the times I realize, after 2 days,
you just don't make a decision at night. Because, based on psychology, humans are more emotional at night time. So when you want to make a big decision, you want to buy something, better don't do it at nighttime. But the thing is this, we are free at night.
Exactly.
We're more free at night, right?
And then you're scrolling your phone before you sleep.
But again, I think don't make a decision at night. And also, add to cart for a period of time.
I think it's hard to mentally separate wants and needs because food is a need, right? 100 ringgit food, is that a need or a want? Of course, it's a want. So one thing that would help for sure is budgeting. Whenever I receive my income for the month, let's say, I would set aside money for all the needs first. So like I said earlier, savings and investments, that's one thing. And then all your other real needs. So stuff like rent, utility, a budget for food, whatever I allocate to myself for food, right? I set it aside first in a separate account. And then anything left over is for my wants. Yeah, I think a lot of people, they fail to do this because they just jumble all their money together and then everything becomes a need, right?
I want to say a huge thanks to Alliance Bank for allowing us to discuss all this, retail spending and emotional and impulsive decision openly in this podcast.
Stay savvy with Alliance Bank, the bank for life.
Alliance Bank, the bank for life.